Alright, we are back. And we are in for a bit of a long one, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is going to be one of the last few where we're going to be cooking things on screen, so you have that to look forward to. We're making a set of wire cutters today. There is the recipe already made out. And now I need some redstone. So we're going to smash this down. There we go. And we need to put these together. So with 170 seconds, it's pretty easy. It's 9 divided by 8, or 9 times 8, I mean, is 72. So you put them together in 8s. Then you put them together in 9s. And you got your dust. You always end up with that little bit of extra. Alright, so first thing is we need to put in some copper. This is 3 units of copper. Got one more over here. There is our 4th unit of copper. And we need 4 times that. So 16 redstone is going to go on top. And yes, I know, I just told you guys last time that this could only hold 16 units, but it also has a secondary slot that can hold a stack in it. So the extra redstone will sit in there, and I will show you why I did it that way as it heats up here. Well, I guess I'll explain it and then you'll see it. So what we're doing is we're making red alloy. Red alloy is 1 copper to 4 redstone. And when it gets to the temperature that the copper and the redstone mix, the redstone will infuse to the copper. Therefore, it's going to disappear. So that content of the crucible will be gone. Okay, we're up to redstone. This is not red alloy. This is just when the redstone gets molten. You'll see 500 is the temperature. What we're looking for is somewhere around 1400. Yep, 1400 exactly. And that'll give us our red alloy. And we need to pour this as plates, so we're all good and set up. So now, as this slowly works its way up to that magic 1400, I'll explain to you what we're actually making. There is a block form of the thermometer, which is a thermometer sensor. And that is what we're making today. And for that, we need fine red alloy wire times 4. To make that, we're going to use the wire cutters that we just got done making on red alloy foil, and that will be made on the anvil with a plate, which will give us 2. And we'll have our 90% chance for scrap. Now later on, when you try to make this, you can use a cluster mill and get 4. But for right now, this is what we need to do. And the reason why I'm making this is because obviously it's a lot easier to deal with. we can put it right on the front of the crucible, and it will give us a digital readout rather than having to sit here and smack on the crucible. And since I have some redstone dust, we're going to do something else today as well. I'm going to cook up a piece of glass. We're going to put in a shutoff. It'll be a manual shutoff for now, but we're going to put in a shutoff. Alright, so I need to dig down 2 blocks. Put the redstone right there. And we'll put that back above. We're almost up to that 1400. Actually, I need to check something. We used to be able to make pistons with bronze. Can we still do that? I'm talking used to an older version. If I could spell. Piston, aluminum, nickel. I can use nickel. Iron. At least we can use nickel. Alright, so I'm going to have to make up a bit of nickel, which is not a problem. I've got plenty of stuff to do so. We're almost there. So when this hits 14, there we go. It just dropped. Temperature dropped to take in the extra material. And now we're working our way up to 1400 again, which it will then be done, and we can pour it. We have garnierite here, is nickel. We get 7 nickel nuggets. So one of them, and I think pent might be a little bit less. 3. Alright, so we're going to use 1 garnierite and 1 pentlandite. How are you doing? Okay, we're about there. Let's shut that off while we pour this. Alright, there we go. Get it poured. Alright, throwing in 1 iron and 9 tin scrap. Yep, didn't go off. Not a problem. Alright, so we're going to put this on the smaller side. Last time we put it on the bigger side of the anvil. But you can see in here that this says small. So that's the side we need it on. I need to keep an eye on this though. We need to get to 1800. 1811 technically. All right, now get and pour. I don't think that oh, wait a minute. Crap, I screwed that up. One sec. Don't blow up on me. Get in there. Forgot, it has to be wrought iron. That's a tin plate. All right, we're at 1600. I always forget that the first time I do this for a while. Let's get the lead out of the way. I have to go to 2011, throw in the tin, and now it's what I need it to be. Throw that lead back in there. Okay, now we have a tin alloy plate. Put that down there. And pour that, and we're going to leave it go. And it's going to go kaboom. Because it is empty. And I can't throw the lead in because it will blow up. So we'll just say goodbye to that crucible because we don't care. It's just clay. Alright, so now we need hammer. We need to smack the side and get 4 of them. Save the other 2 for later. Now we want to split this. Make a double alloy plate out of that. Alright, wire cutters. Go. And we have double tin alloy plate. Our quicksilver thermometer is going to go there. And then we're going to put 3 redstone gems because they will work instead of redstone. We could take them over to the mortar and break them, but something I forgot to tell you guys in the last video is that the mortar works on food for fuel. So the more you use it, the more your hunger will go down. It will use from your saturation first, and then it will take from your actual hunger pops up there. So you don't want to do too much at one time unless you've got a lot of food to keep you full. So this is a nice way of getting around that and not having to worry about it. Alright, so make another crucible. Since I was a dork and did not properly prep my material, break this down. I could throw it in the crucible as well. We're just going to break it. And then break that one as well. Because if you look, this will say same 7 nuggets, I'm guessing. Crucible. 3 chunks is what this will give me. And then the pent says it will give me 3 nuggets. Actually, maybe I should have done it. I'm going to try throwing this in here and see if this still pours. Because as Greg keeps telling me, any eye lies. So we're going to see if I put that, and all of that in there, I should get approximately 1 nugget of nickel out of there. And I do believe I got enough. Yep, I've got enough. I can make 2 more iron than what I need to. Alright, we're going to light that up. And what did I put this back on here for? I need to actually put this on here now. This time, let's get bronze, and we'll use these 2 pickaxes too. Since we're going to be at about 1800 when this gets done, we need ingot mold. Go. So as soon as that gets done, I'm going to pour it, and then I'm going to drop in these bronze pickaxe heads, which I poured so they're exactly 3. Alright, so pour that, throw that in, put that in front. That should turn off. It may get up to the temperature I need to re-pour it. Let's go ahead and make a... I can use any stone, but I think I have regular cobble here. Actually, you know what? I don't like this yellow stuff. Let's use it instead. And then where is... Go, that'll work. Here is a piston. Hey look, it's even ready to be poured. Go ahead and just make some bronze ingots. Alright, it's off. Pour that out of there, and let's see what we had left as far as nickel. We had 1 scrap, and then another little bit that was less than a scrap that we ended up losing. So that worked good. Now we're going to go outside to our rubber tree. On this little bitty resin hole, we're going to pop out a rubber resin, make a sticky piston. By the way, the rubber trees, do not break the leaves off of them. Unlike IC2 trees, they actually need their leaves to produce the resin. And if you have any that does not have a resin hole, they will always spawn in a block below the leaves. So for any that don't spawn with one, like this one and this one, will need to be cut out and replanted. Same with that one. That one, that one, that one, and that one needs to be cut out as well. And that one needs to be cut out. So we do have about 3 that are good to go. And we will need that later on when it's time to make rubber. But for now, it's good for making pistons and such. Alright, so we're going to put that there. That there. Then we're going to another one of these and lever. And there we go. All nice and shut-offable. Later on, we'll be able to output a redstone signal from the thermometer. Be careful, by the way, if you touch this thing with any tools, you can change the settings. Mainly the screwdriver. Screwdriver is used to change settings on here. So if you do where the temperature is, you can change it to hexadecimal or back to normal. If you do it here, you can change it into different output redstone modes like percentage, greater than, equal to, less than, target, and then I don't actually know what the red numbers are. Somebody might be able to tell me in the comments down there. Otherwise, I'll need to ask Greg before I do the tutorial for this. But when you go into here, you use these buttons, and this will change it 100 plus or minus for the top row, 10 plus or minus for the middle, and then obviously 1 plus or minus for the next. And you can also wait a minute, where is the, is that a different tool now? I think it's a monkey wrench, maybe. There's another setting you can change for averaging. Thought you hit the buttons. Yeah, right there. Use screwdriver on buttons to enable averaging. There we go. I must have missed the button. All right, so that's averaging over one value. And then you can, there's 101, 111. That'll give you the average temperature. We just want it to be 1. All right, but eventually we'll have it set to temperature less than 2500, and then it'll set out a redstone signal and go to where this lever is, and it'll shut it off automatically for us. But that is not for today, because we're still using solid fuel. We need to get to a liquid fuel where that will be an actual viable shut-off solution. So that is it for today. We've made us a thermostat, done a little bit of redstoning, and got us a little bit of resin. So have a good one. I'll see you guys next time.